What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel tonight. This is your official Monday Night Raw review for tonight's show, October 23rd, 2017. We are 24 hours removed from the god-awful TLC, Tables, Ladders, and Chairs pay-per-view, or if you're Jason Jordan, Tomatoes, Lettuce, and Carrots. Yes, it was that bad. It was that bad. But we go into Monday Night Raw, and everybody's buzzing with excitement. Rumors were running crazy on the internet. What does WWE have planned for Monday Night Raw? Half of the locker room is being tested for viral meningitis and mumps and all these unknown diseases. Big changes were made to Monday Night Raw. What was WWE going to do on Monday Night Raw to excite the fans? Oh, I know. Let's announce Survivor Series in its entirety tonight on Monday Night Raw. That's a great idea. We're 4 weeks away from one of the big four. We're going to get Survivor Series fleshed out tonight. Sounds like a good idea. Oh, I know, Vince. How about we, and I can't do the goon voice because my voice isn't at 100%. And I'm very exhausted. I don't know if you guys can see in my eyes. I barely even made it to this microphone tonight to do a review, but I'm going to try anyway. I'm going to try and make sense of a lot of things tonight, half asleep. So if I do it, hit a thumbs up, man. Oh, I know, Vince. I know. Why don't we do champion versus champion? That's a great idea. Right? But the thing is, WWE is announcing champion versus champion. Raw versus SmackDown. There's a problem here. Now, I don't want anybody to think that I'm overly negative again tonight. I do like the idea of Raw versus SmackDown. I do like the idea of competition. But there's an issue. Where has the competition? Where has the conflict been all year? And this is exactly what I said just mere weeks ago because I knew we were headed in this direction. Where is the competition? Where is that just cut the head off, we're going to go all guns blazing on either Raw or SmackDown and go head to head? Where was that brand initiative that Vince McMahon stated when we got the original draft and he assigned Stephanie McMahon and Shane McMahon to run both Raw and SmackDown respectively? Where is that competitive nature? Where is that Game of Thrones mentality for both Raw and SmackDown? All year it's been absent. All year it's been missing. Now, 4 weeks before the pay-per-view, now you want to get SmackDown on Raw and do an Under Siege type of invasion. Now you want to pretend like Shane McMahon is Negan and he's infiltrating Rick's camp. Really, bro? Really? But the thing is with The Walking Dead and Negan killed Glenn and Abraham. So that gave a reason for Rick and everybody else to seek revenge. Negan had tortured Rick's camp in Alexandria the entire season until Rick finally had one day where he and his camp got the edge on Negan. Now they're about to go to war, all-out war. Do you see what I'm talking about? It's simple storytelling. You got the villain, and you got the villain killing two of the most beloved characters. I don't know if Abraham was beloved. He was liked by some. I enjoyed Abraham. But Glenn, my God, everybody cried a river of fucking tears when Glenn died. I laughed. I loved it. I watched episode 1 of season 7 over and over and over again, man. It was absolutely fantastic. I love Negan. But the story that was told all season and the conflict that was there, and now it's coming to a head. WWE really needs to find some similarities with actual dramas on television, because what they're doing now is forced, it's uncreative, it's embarrassing, it's pathetic, it's not natural. Everything just feels so forced. It's not even, I wouldn't even say it's fun. It makes you roll your eyes. And this is what this Under Siege invasion did to me tonight. And you know that I'm right. And I know each and every one of you deep down listening to me feels the same way. But for some reason, every time there's a pay-per-view before a Raw, the day of, when the comments and the views are rolling in, people just want to fucking throw hate at me. They want to hurl all these types of profanities at me. They want to call me AIDS and a cancer in the YWC, and I don't know shit, and I'm negative, and I don't watch the show to fucking watch the show. I watch the show to bitch and moan. I'm a money-hungry whore. All this nonsense that I heard today. People do not think. They watch with rose-colored glasses. Take the fucking blinders off and watch what I am watching. There's no reason to sit there and like every single thing about Monday Night Raw, when in fact, we all know this is some of the worst television that WWE has ever produced. I have been a fan for 30 years. You are not going to tell me differently. 2017 may be the worst year I have ever seen. And that is saying a lot. I don't remember complaining this much in 16, 15, 14, 17 has been bad. Absolutely bad. And the fucked up thing about it is, both these rosters, I'm not even including NXT because they do things right. Might not be everybody's cup of coffee, but they do things the old school way. They mix modern with old school. They do things right. They're exempt. You know, they're exempt from summer school. We're talking about SmackDown and Raw. They need to go to summer school. They got the most talented roster I think I have ever seen in WWE history. You know? Some of the most talented men that they've ever brought into this company to perform for them. And this is the television that we're getting. It's unbelievable to me. And this is the storytelling that we're getting. This is the writing that we're getting. This is the acting that we're getting. This is the continuation of storylines that we're getting. Storylines are abandoned. Storylines are abandoned and then picked up. Some are just completely forgotten. And it all stems from bad television. It all stems from bad television, bad writing. It stems from people that don't care about the product. Ultimately, they do not care about the product. So now, we're removed from TLC, thank God. The review is on the channel if you guys want to go see what I said. There's 2 videos on TLC. I did the original TLC review, which went live last night. I did a follow-up video today, what we learned after TLC. I got news on Roman Reigns. I got news on what brought Kurt Angle back to the WWE at TLC after an 11-year absence as an in-ring performer. I got news on Finn Balor and AJ Styles and WWE wanting a second match between those two. What did the Too Sweet mean at the end of the match? I got more opinion on Asuka. Is Braun Strowman a babyface? All that in the video today. Plus, you got the TLC review from last night. Go and check it out. Links will be linked in the video that you're watching right now in the annotation in the top right corner of the screen. Follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206. Hit that subscribe button down below. We are aiming towards 85,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so very much. Thank you to everybody that purchased your exclusive, one-of-a-kind JD Club t-shirts, man. It is over. Thank you so much. We sold another 30, so thank you guys very much. You are part now of an exclusive JD Club that you can only say came around twice, and now you guys own the JD Club t-shirt. New design will be coming out sometime in the future. I'm going to rework the design. I'm going to have someone kind of make it a little bit differently than what we did this time. And I'll keep an eye out, and I'll give you guys the word on that when it comes to teespring.com. But thank you guys so much for buying the Club JD t-shirt. Unbelievable support on that. And if you guys want to go check out my t-shirts, which you're probably going to need before Survivor Series, because everybody's going to be represented, you guys can go to barbershopwindow.com/offthescript, and you guys can shop That is where the Off the Script online store is, barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. The new Get Off My TV t-shirt featuring Titus O'Neil, Bailey, Enzo Amore, and Jinder Mahal is on the shop right now, $19.99, and they ship worldwide. No matter where you are able to get yourself your own Off the Script t-shirt. Survivor Series. Let's talk about Survivor Series. Kurt Angle started the show off, and he started the show off with a huge Survivor Series announcement, which made me roll my eyes within 5 minutes of Monday Night Raw going on the air. I got a lot to say about this Survivor Series, and this is going to be the theme of the Monday Night Raw review. Kurt Angle started the show off talking about Survivor Series. He announces Raw versus SmackDown matches in 4 weeks in Houston, taking place at the Survivor Series, and this is what he announced for Raw versus SmackDown.
You know, every story has a beginning, middle, and an end. And last night, I wrote a new chapter.
Yes, you were Roman Reigns' stunt double at TLC.
When I was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, I didn't think things could get better. And then last night at TLC, when I competed in a WWE ring for the first time in 11 years, man, it was like a dream come true.
So it was a dream come true to play Roman Reigns' stunt double.
Once said, that was last night, this is tonight. Up next, Survivor Series. Now, Survivor Series holds a special place in my heart because I debuted 18 years ago at Survivor Series. And this year's Survivor Series, again, will be Raw versus SmackDown. Their best versus our champions versus their champions.
Gonna stop it right there. Their best versus SmackDown's best. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. The one thing that I'm not fine with is that there has been no conflict between the two. I have made mention, and I'm going to bring this up because it was very apparent in the opening match to Monday Night Raw. I am a huge supporter of keeping the brands separate. SmackDown is SmackDown, Raw is Raw. I don't want anything to get in between that. I need explanations for why things are done. Call-ups need explanations. Free agents need to explain why they're free agents. Trades, people randomly showing up need an explanation. AJ Styles showing up on TLC needed an explanation. Thank God we got it. We'll talk about that again in a little bit. But I am and have been a big supporter of the brand split and keeping it pure. And there's a reason why I say that. There's no conflict between these two brands. When you have guys coming over from Raw to go to SmackDown and vice versa, it kind of defeats the purpose of a brand split. Keep it pure. There's a reason why Survivor Series has been built up for Raw versus SmackDown matches, but they haven't given us any reason to care. A lot of people are seemingly going to overlook that because they're all excited about seeing their favorites on Raw against their favorites on SmackDown. And ultimately, what is the end result here? What if Raw beats SmackDown at Survivor Series? Survivor Series has ultimately become bragging rights. It's become bragging rights. The fucking god-awful pay-per-view that was back in the day during the original draft and brand split. Survivor Series has become bragging rights. Survivor Series is not bragging rights. Survivor Series is Survivor Series. And if you're going to do bragging rights, give me a reason to care why Raw and SmackDown are feuding. Because right now, I'm not. There's no way you can get any person with a brain invested in 4 weeks when it should have been done all year for 10 months, starting from January. If you knew this was going to be the end result, if you knew this was going to be in November, then the seeds should have been planted. Cheap shots should have been said via promos on Raw and SmackDown each and every single month. Conflict. Maybe a Raw guy infiltrating and sitting in the crowd on a random night, you know? SmackDown guy sitting in the Raw crowd, Raw guy sitting in the SmackDown crowd. You know, throw that unpredictability in there. Have some fun with it. Make it an invasion-like, you know? But WWE doesn't have any creativity. They don't have any balls to do that. They want to keep everything cookie cutter. They want to keep everything vanilla. And that's exactly what this pay-per-view is shaping up to be. When you hear what he announced for Survivor Series, you're going to roll your eyes and you're going to be like, why am I even going to waste 4 hours of my life watching this when NXT TakeOver is going to blow this pay-per-view out of the water? I might as well watch NXT TakeOver War Games again on Sunday night while Survivor Series is going on live. Pathetic. This is what Kurt Angle announced for Survivor Series.
And as of now, this is the lineup. The Raw Women's Champion, Alexa Bliss, will take on the SmackDown Women's Champion, Natalya.
Are you excited about that match? No. Now, Alexa Bliss, really right now, to be perfectly honest with you, I'm not even counting Asuka. I'm not. She hasn't done anything on Raw yet, so I'm excluding her. Alexa Bliss, before Asuka's arrival, has been the only woman that WWE has constantly built up and had a string of momentum carry from month to month to month. Alexa Bliss is fine. Natalya is what you call a charisma vacuum. A lot of people tell me Jason Jordan is a charisma vacuum. Sami Zayn is a charisma vacuum. Natalya is a charisma vacuum for the women's division on SmackDown Live. She generates no interest whatsoever. At all. Now, I'm really hoping here that Natalya at some point between now and then drops the title to Charlotte, because I don't want to see that feud continue past Survivor Series. They're putting everything on hold for this garbage pay-per-view, this garbage concept that's bragging rights disguised as Survivor Series. I hope Charlotte wins the Women's Championship back. Natalya gets bumped back to the 5-on-5 women's match that they're planning to do. And Charlotte is the one to go one-on-one with Alexa Bliss. That would generate a little interest from me. Because those were the two women that WWE has focused on for the entirety of this brand split. Charlotte, she went away due to Ric Flair's help, but she's back now, and she's been focused on for a run with the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. Alexa Bliss has seemingly been the queen on Monday Night Raw. That's what I would want to see. That's something that would generate interest for me. Okay, moving on here.
Then the Intercontinental Champion, The Miz.
And by the way, both of these women are heels. I just want to make that apparent to you guys. I don't want to miss that huge aspect. Alexa is a heel, Natalya is a heel. So WWE is coming up with this concept, which I don't mind. But this is a heel versus heel. Now, that ideology in WWE really doesn't exist anymore. That is from Vince McMahon's mouth. Those words are from Vince McMahon's mouth. There's no such thing as heel or babyface anymore. The fans are going to cheer for who they want. They're going to boo for who they want. But both Alexa Bliss and Natalya are both heels. Just letting you know. The next one is the same thing.
He will take on the U.S. Champion, Baron Corbin.
This match has disaster written all over it. The Miz versus Baron Corbin. And right then and there, I'm watching Monday Night Raw tonight and I'm thinking, my God, does WWE have some fucking terrible champions right now? This generates absolutely zero interest. And I'm sure everybody feels the same way. Baron Corbin, yeah, he's the United States champion, but he ain't doing anything for me. The Miz, great talker. They've been putting him in high-profile matches on Monday Night Raw, but does The Miz generate any buzz as the Intercontinental Champion? This match does absolutely nothing for me whatsoever. And I don't believe that WWE had the balls to book this match and make this one of its marquee matches at Survivor Series. This has boring written all over it. You have to be kidding me with this match. I'm disgusted to even know that this is on Survivor Series. Unreal. It's absolutely unreal to me.
The Raw Tag Team Champions, Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, will take on the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos.
This match is going to be one of the highlights of Survivor Series. That is going to be one of the highlights of Survivor Series. The Usos have teased Rollins and Ambrose on Twitter The match is now made official. That is going to be a fucking great match, and I can't wait to see it. Rollins and Ambrose have been great together. The Usos, self-explanatory. They've been the best tag team in all of WWE. I can't wait to see what those two teams do. And this is a nice stopgap. This is a nice excuse for Rollins and Ambrose. They don't have to defend the titles. It's an excuse to get them past another month and move on with the rest of the Shield reunion when Roman Reigns comes back. And there really is nobody else on Monday Night Raw that they could defend the titles against. So this is a nice little stopgap for the Raw Tag Team Champions. Going up against the Usos, A, it's going to be a test, and B, it's a nice little break to get them away from the Monday Night Raw Tag Team division, being that it's pretty much empty at this time. So I love that match, and I can't wait to see what those two teams do at Survivor Series.
And already slated for the pay-per-view, WWE Champion Jinder Mahal.
Jinder Mahal. However you pronounce it, he's garbage. Mahal, failure, raha. It all means the same thing. Garbage.
Will take on the Universal Champion Brock Lesnar.
This match is fucking god-awful. This is pathetic. This is pathetic. Wait till you hear what Paul Heyman had to say about Jinder Mahal. I can't wait. It's as if I wrote the promo. It's as if Paul Heyman was watching off the script and everything that I've done for the last 5 months just to get himself energized for the promo that he cut on Jinder Mahal tonight. So I can't wait to see Jinder Mahal destroyed at Survivor Series.
Brock Lesnar and his advocate Paul Heyman will be here later on tonight. Now also slated at Survivor Series is the elimination match, 5-on-5. 5 versus 5, except this year there will not only be one match, there will be 2 elimination matches. A men's match and a women's match.
Do they even have 5 women on Monday Night Raw? Outside of Alexa Bliss, they got Asuka, they got Sasha, they got Bayley, they got Alicia, they got Nia, they got 5. Yeah, they got 5. So, whatever the Raw women's match is going to be, or whatever the Raw participants are going to be against the SmackDown 5 on the women's side, I don't see Raw losing, because if Asuka is on that team, I don't see them losing. Nor should they lose. So, it kind of makes the match a little predictable, if you ask me. But we'll see what happens. Nobody has been announced yet, except for a team captain, which we'll talk about in a little bit.
Now, as Raw General Manager, I'm going to make sure my show is the most dominant show in the WWE. Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
Well, I don't think it's going to be that difficult, Mr. Angle, after what we've seen SmackDown Live do all summer coming out of WrestleMania. So, we'll see what happens with that. One note here I want to throw at you guys. Another thing that was bothering me, and I might be a little nitpicky on this one. WWE has Clash of the Champions coming up. I believe it's in December, and I believe it's a SmackDown Live branded pay-per-view. Now, what WWE is doing here is what I think is the best scenario for a Clash of the Champions pay-per-view. Clash of the Champions should not be allocated to one brand. It should be a dual-branded pay-per-view. December, it's the end of the year. Make it a dual-branded pay-per-view. So that way you get both brands on the same show, and both brands have the same amount of time to go into the Royal Rumble with the same amount of weeks for the Royal Rumble build. That's what I would do. I would do World Champion versus Universal Champion. I would do Intercontinental Champion versus United States Champion. Tag Team Champions versus Tag Team Champions. Women's Champions versus Women's Champions. I would even include an NXT Championship match on that show. I would include NXT Championship matches on that show because it's Clash of the Champions. It would be a nice showcase to get the NXT guys some spotlight on the main roster. That's what I would do. That's a Clash of the Champions concept that I wish WWE adopted instead of doing it at Survivor Series. They have the wrong champions in place to be doing this type of concept at Survivor Series. Mahal and Lesnar is god-awful. Baron Corbin versus The Miz is god-awful. We got Natalya versus Alexa Bliss. That's not going to do anything for anybody. I don't like the champions that they have in place for this concept to be at Survivor Series. So, the Clash of the Champions, to me, would be a better pay-per-view for this concept to be taking place at. That's just me being nitpicky. That's how I would do it. I would leave Survivor Series to be Survivor Series. You know, you don't need to have the whole pay-per-view be bragging rights. You know? You could have the Raw versus SmackDown 5-on-5, and you can have the Raw versus SmackDown Women's 5-on-5, and leave it at that. And book the show accordingly with other feuds you have going on at the time. Now, the 5-on-5 men's match. I don't know who's going to be in the match. Kurt Angle was supposed to announce who was going to be in the match, but Shane McMahon said that Monday Night Raw is coming under siege. Shane McMahon was there. He gently and kindly talked to Kurt Angle in the back, saying that, just beware, SmackDown is going to take Raw under siege. So during the ending segment of Monday Night Raw, Kurt Angle was going to come out and announce the 5 men that's going to be on the Monday Night Raw team. Shane McMahon comes through the crowd with half of the SmackDown Live roster, and they just go through the entire locker room threatening Angle. Angle is threatened in the ring. He goes to the back to join the rest of the Raw roster. Shane McMahon orders the SmackDown guys to go find anybody in the back and beat the shit out of them. And that's exactly what they did. They left everybody laying. The only ones that got any kind of offense in on the SmackDown guys was Rollins and Ambrose. So after that, they dragged Kurt Angle back to the ring, and Shane McMahon says you better bring everything you got at Survivor Series because SmackDown is going to bring Raw under siege. So, again, that's where I went back and said it just felt unnatural. It felt forced. I don't know who's going to be on the respective teams. I did have a sneaking suspicion that WWE, with the interaction between Angle and Shane McMahon, being that Angle was at TLC, it's not going to be out of this world to see Kurt Angle back again at Survivor Series to help sell that pay-per-view. He looked good. WWE thought he looked good. He was cleared. WWE, figuring that he's cleared, he might come back at Survivor Series. We might see Shane McMahon and Kurt Angle relive their epic match back in the day at the King of the Ring at Survivor Series. Now, I love that idea. That's something that interests me. Last year's 5-on-5 match was fucking fantastic. That was easily the best match of the night at Survivor Series. But having Kurt Angle and Shane McMahon in that match does 2 things for me. One, it takes a spot away from a deserving superstar who's on the road full-time with both brands. Number 2, it takes Shane McMahon out of the current storyline that he's in with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. So, is Shane going to be a part of Team SmackDown? Is Kurt Angle going to be a part of Team Raw? Are we going to see these 2 guys lead their respective brands and go head-to-head and revisit what they had as an old rivalry back during the Attitude Era? Or was it the Ruthless Aggression Era? One of those fucking eras. I don't know. But I don't like the fact that they could possibly be taking away a spot from a everyday superstar that we see every week. And Shane McMahon, like I said, has something to do with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. He should be involved in Survivor Series plans with those guys. So it's going to be interesting to see what WWE does as far as Survivor Series. Other rumored matches to take place at Survivor Series. Another one that is being rumored is Braun Strowman versus Kane, which we'll talk about in a little bit. There's a lot I want to talk about. There's a lot I want to go over in this review. But that was the bulk of what we got for Survivor Series. I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from, and I hope I tried to just lay it on the line for you guys about what I like and what I don't like, what bothers me, what I think is going to be good. There's a lot that I don't like. There's a lot that doesn't make sense. Even throughout this show, there's just a lot about this brand split and this brand conflict that doesn't make sense. You know? So you got to be aware of what's going on. That's why I'm here, to make sure you guys are aware of these situations and why they don't make sense. We got AJ Styles coming back to Monday Night Raw at TLC. They bragged about 28 times, 28 different times that AJ Styles was being borrowed by Kurt Angle. Shane McMahon was called by Kurt Angle. Shane McMahon let Kurt Angle borrow AJ Styles as a fill-in as he went one-on-one with Finn Balor at TLC. It was supposed to be a one-night deal. They mentioned that several times at TLC. Come Monday Night Raw, the one-night deal? No more. It turned into a two-night deal. So they already went back on what they stated at TLC. So it was AJ Styles, Dean Ambrose, and Seth Rollins who did not carry the tag team championships. I don't think they did. I didn't see them. I didn't see them wear the tag team championships. Other than that, I might have fallen asleep. That I might have missed it. I don't know. But AJ Styles was teaming with The Shield, or two-thirds of The Shield. They went up against The Miz, Sheamus, and Cesaro. Now, this is what bothers me about this. AJ is on the team with Rollins and Ambrose, okay? He shows up on Raw after it was said several times at TLC that his services were going to be a one-night-only deal. Only reason I can think of that AJ Styles is on Monday Night Raw is that the SmackDown guys have not arrived from South America. That's what I was thinking early in the show, but obviously that was not the case. Most of them were there. So that notion went out the window. So I thought that SmackDown didn't come back from South America. Why are you going to have AJ Styles on Raw? He could have traveled to the next city. Milwaukee, I believe, is where SmackDown's going to be tomorrow night. He could have traveled to Milwaukee by himself. They didn't need to use him again and go back on what they stated just 24 hours ago. This is why I'm also stressing the belief in a true brand split. If AJ Styles competes for Monday Night Raw with The Shield, where is the competitive aspect of a brand split? And why should I care as a fan? Why am I going to care for the competition between these two brands 4 weeks before Survivor Series? The people who watch this show turn the other cheek on this shit. And with nonsense like this, you know, all the ones who are ruining the product are quick to judge me and cast me as the one who complains. Meanwhile, all this shit that I'm bringing you, which is factual information, is going over your head and you just don't give a shit. I care. You're supposed to care. Where's the competitive aspect if AJ Styles is teaming with Raw? And then you know what the shitty thing is? This is why I care. AJ at the end of the show is wearing a SmackDown t-shirt and he's attacking the guys who he was teaming with earlier in the evening. How does that look? To someone with a brain who's watching this show, how does that look? That looks terrible. That looks ridiculous. I don't believe how people just turn the other cheek to this nonsense. I noticed it. I don't know how many of you guys noticed it, but that's why I'm bringing it to your attention. And now you want to know why I'm so true in the belief of a true brand split. Bland split. Yes, bland split. Brand split. The other thing I want to mention here that I got in my notes is, did anyone else have a feeling that AJ Styles showing up on Raw and competing for a Raw show 2 nights in a row is Vince McMahon's sweep it under the rug type of way to just keep AJ Styles on Raw because we know he wants AJ Styles on Raw, you know? Without any explanation at all, you'll see AJ Styles come out next week. He'll be in another tag team match against Cesaro and The Miz, or Cesaro and Sheamus, or something like that, right? And then he'll just continuously show up on Monday Night Raw with no explanation, and then he'll be plucked from SmackDown Live right under everybody's nose, and there goes the Nakamura match at WrestleMania. That's the feeling I got there. So, it's possible. I don't think they're going to do that, but I just get this sneaking suspicion that AJ Styles might find himself a permanent home on Monday Night Raw. Speaking of the match, Rollins, Ambrose, and Styles versus The Miz and The Bar. You know what? I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. This match went 20 minutes. I enjoyed this match more than I did the Tables, Ladders, and Chairs main event at TLC. This was a great match. This was a fun match. Phenomenal forearm, ended Cesaro, close to 20 minutes here. This was all over the place. This was just a fun 6-man tag. And the one thing that I got out of this match was, I want to see AJ Styles versus Cesaro. I even tweeted that out. I don't mind AJ being on Raw They gave you the explanation at TLC. I'm just bringing you up my concerns for WWE's lack of transparency here. They said something, and then they go back on their word almost immediately on Monday Night Raw. But I loved the interaction between Styles and Cesaro in this match. You want to talk about a world title match one of these days that I want to see, that's going to be at the top or near the top of the list, man. I loved the interaction between those two. I think those two can bring us to a fucking 5-star classic if given the time. So that's what I want to just throw at you guys from that 6-man tag as well. Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, and AJ Styles defeated The Miz and The Bar. Phenomenal forearm to Cesaro. Post-match, Kane comes out and he helps destroy the winners. So he beat up Ambrose, Rollins, and Styles. So we get a highlight package of last night's main event, and then Kane reflects on his big red attack on Braun Strowman. Eyes roll to the back of your head, and you're all fearing WWE booking Kane versus Braun Strowman at the Survivor Series, because you know what's coming. And I got a lot to say on this as well.
Through hellfire and brimstone, I heard the stories.
Ooh.
How he wanted competition, how he roared, how he rampaged, how he walked away from an ambulance crash, how he tossed Big Show through a steel cage, how he broke Roman Reigns time and time again. They called him a monster among men. His name was Braun Strowman. I liked what I heard, but I had to see it for myself. And when I did, what I saw was a pile of trash. 385 pounds of nasty, stinking human refuse. So last night, I put Braun Strowman where he belonged, in the back of a garbage truck.
Is he talking about Braun Strowman, or is he talking about Roman Reigns? Who is he talking about, man? You could plug anybody into what he just described, man. Everybody but Braun Strowman. Is he talking about Roman Reigns? Is he talking about Raw Creative? Is he talking about Monday Night Raw? Is he talking about the main event that he was in last night at TLC? Who is he talking about? Jesus Christ, man. This is hilarious. This is fucking hilarious stuff here by Kane, man.
And as the gears grinded and the hydraulics cracked, devouring Strowman in one mechanical gulp, I was able to look into his eyes. And in his eyes, I saw fear that no man had ever been able to instill in him before. And when Braun Strowman looked at me,
yeah, because I'm sure he's really afraid of Kane after he just went one-on-one with Brock Lesnar. Give me a break.
he saw the truth.
50-year-old Kane. Yeah, he saw the truth. You're
I
old.
am
You're old.
and will always be
Old.
Raw's only monster.
Monster or senior citizen? Which one? Get the fuck out of here, man. Absolutely ridiculous. So what does WWE do? What does WWE do? They book Finn Balor versus Kane tonight on Monday Night Raw. At this point, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? So obviously, I'm thinking, oh, well, okay. You know, we got Finn Balor. He just had an impressive victory over AJ Styles at the TLC pay-per-view, right? Finn Balor, who's rumored... Meltzer got it right. Everybody got it right. It was Mahal versus Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series. They're already talking about Royal Rumble. Finn Balor versus Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. Next thing you know, we see Balor hitting a sling blade, followed up by his hesitation shotgun dropkick. He goes up for the coup de grace. Kane chokeslams him off the top, and then gives him 2 more choke slams, and WWE books Kane to pin Finn Balor clean. I know this angered a lot of people. I know this is something that just didn't sit well with many. I don't know why this was booked the way it was. I'm still trying to figure it out. And don't tell me, I don't want any fucking expert to tell me, well, they gotta make Kane look big for Braun Strowman. They gotta make him look strong for Braun Strowman. Kane has to put over Braun Strowman. Stop right there, clown. Stop right there. Number 1, let's start with Finn Balor. So what WWE is telling me is that when Finn Balor has the demon face paint on, he's unbeatable. But when he goes back to human Finn Balor, right, he can't win a goddamn fucking match. So that's what you're telling me. So either WWE is trying to tell me Finn Balor can only win with the face paint, which would be fucking ridiculous, or Finn Balor is just one of those guys that they just don't care about on Monday Night Raw. Pathetic. He just beat the best wrestler, arguably, in the entire world. I don't care how big, I don't care how strong, I don't care how much he weighs, Kane. Finn Balor should not be losing to a returning Kane on Monday Night Raw. Number 1, the match should even been booked, period. Number 2, Finn Balor was pinned clean. So if Finn Balor cannot beat Kane on Monday Night Raw, a 50-year-old aging Kane, who the best thing about his return is the new take on his theme music by CFO. That's the best thing about Kane's comeback here. His music. Nice little update to his original theme. Sounds very Final Fantasy-esque. Finn Balor, if he can't beat Kane, what makes you think that Finn Balor is going to stand a chance against Brock fucking Lesnar? Does anybody think about that when Finn Balor is being pinned clean on Monday Night Raw? Everybody's coming out, well, oh, Kane is a monster. Kane is big. Kane should get the clean victory over the vanilla midget. WWE doesn't plan things in advance. Of course they don't plan things in advance, because if they were, Finn Balor wouldn't be losing. How is he going to look believable against Brock Lesnar? You kill the entire aspect of that match at the Royal Rumble. Because you know it's coming. Absolutely ridiculous. They killed the entire aspect of their main event at the Royal Rumble already. Just by this one clean victory. But nobody's going to talk about that. Nobody's going to reference it. You know, they're all going to think, well, Kane is the much larger guy. There's no way he can get, a loss here to Finn Balor. He's got to make Braun Strowman look good. He's got to help get Braun Strowman over. Isn't Braun Strowman over? He's more over than the majority of the Monday Night Raw roster. Are you fucking kidding me with that lame excuse? Wasn't that the job of the Big Show to help put him over? What was the 2 matches with the Big Show then? What was this feud with Roman Reigns? What was this feud with Braun Strowman and Brock Lesnar? It was to help get him over. I don't understand this shit. Do you hear yourself speak? What difference is Kane gonna make that the other guys didn't? Braun Strowman got himself over. He don't need fucking Kane to get himself over. He broke the ring with Big Show. He power slammed Big Show into oblivion. He broke a goddamn steel cage by hurling Big Show through the fucking cage. What more does he need to do to get over? Throws Roman Reigns over loading dock. Survives a fucking ambulance crash. No, but we need Kane, aging Kane, to get him over. The big red monster. Nah, he's the big red senior citizen on Monday Night Raw. Give me a break. You don't know how damaging and how stupid this booking decision was. Everybody is going to look at this Brock Lesnar Finn Balor match at the Royal Rumble and be like, huh, what a waste of a match this is. We knew it was going to be a waste of a match regardless, even if he won this match, but now you pretty much put the nail in his coffin 3 months early. Absolutely ridiculous. Yet I'm the one who criticizes the product too much. If you don't like it, don't watch. Maybe you shouldn't be watching, because you're a fucking idiot. I see things that you don't. I bring things to your attention that normally a retard's not going to figure out on their own. That's why you got me here. That's why I'm wasting my time doing an hour-plus review on Monday Night Raw, to make you a little bit smarter. So when you go to class tomorrow, you can talk and chatter with your friends. Well, JD said this. Well, I didn't think about that. He's a brilliant guy. He's got a great mind for the business. Now, I'll get the fucking people, oh, he's a cancer. Oh, all he does is complain. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I'm complaining. To me, complaining is bringing you guys the truth. To me, complaining about this shit show means I care and I want to see things done correctly. It agitates me to no end to know that WWE just doesn't think. If they took the fucking time to think, things would be a lot better. So this show is off to a roaring start on Monday night. We go back to Asuka and Emma. I'm going to read you a DM from one of my VIP subs, Jesse, at Chi-Town Smark on Twitter. He DMs me, sitting here watching Raw with a friend who doesn't watch wrestling. Sitting there with a friend who doesn't watch wrestling. And when Michael Cole said Asuka is here to dominate the women's division, the first thing that he said, my friend, and I quote, but she couldn't even dominate the girl she just wrestled. My reply? Yet all we do is complain. That's coming from a VIP subscriber of mine. Jesse, what's up, brother? Friend of his who doesn't watch wrestling sees with open eyes what we, the smart people, have been saying for the last 24 hours. WWE books Asuka in a 9-minute 50-50 even matchup at TLC. They do the same thing, if not worse, tonight on Monday Night Raw. Right? WWE continuously goes back on everything that they fucking do and say. Asuka has been dominating in NXT. It should have been the same way on the main roster. I know Emma is competitive. I know Emma can bring Asuka to a match, a competitive match, more so than anybody else on that women's roster. Like a Sasha and a Bayley and an Alexa and anybody else, Charlotte. Emma is great at what she does. Emma has been buried for 3 years. So from the eyes of a fan who sees Emma for what she really is, a loser, ultimately she should be squashed by Asuka on Monday Night Raw. Again, this should have been a 3-minute squash. This should have been a squash that we should have got at TLC. So again, Asuka is booked to scratch and claw and just have a tough time with Emma and barely squeeze out a victory. So Asuka already 2 nights in, her mystique is being ruined. The dominating aspect that is Asuka is being tarnished. She's being booked the same way as Shinsuke Nakamura when he came to Monday Night Raw. Everybody in the casual audience in the arena tonight, where the fuck were they? I don't even know where they were. This was Wisconsin, Green Bay, Wisconsin. Everybody was worried about fucking cheese and what type of cheese they were going to have at the bar, later on this evening. Everybody in that casual crowd probably doesn't know. I'd say about 98% of them. They don't know that Emma and Asuka went one-on-one in a competitive match at NXT TakeOver London, right? So why not have Asuka be booked as a dominating monster on Monday Night Raw? WWE has no reason to not book this woman like she was booked in NXT. It is downright fucking ridiculous. And people want to know why I complain. You put video packages up for her, and they totally negate everything that we've seen on Sunday and now Monday night. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Is WWE trying to portray Asuka as a dominating babyface on Monday Night Raw? Or are they trying to tell me that wins and losses now matter on Monday Night Raw when we know that they don't? They don't matter. So you might as well just book Asuka the way that Triple H was booking her in NXT. Wins and losses don't mean anything. Okay? Asuka should not be scratching and clawing her way to a barely getting a victory over Emma on Monday Night Raw. Or barely getting a victory over anybody on Monday Night Raw. She should be dominating. This should have been a squash. Asuka's going to be on Team Raw for Survivor Series. Asuka should be eliminating everyone on SmackDown Live. That's what WWE should be doing. Will they do it? No, because they have already ruined and tarnished the mystique of Asuka already on Monday Night Raw. This is not the same Emma we've seen down in NXT. I said this all weekend. This is not the same Emma we've seen in NXT. Emma's been off television until about 4 months ago. Now you want me to believe that Emma is competition for Asuka after she's been off television for 3 years? She's been in catering for 3 years. Why am I to believe Emma is going to be any type of competition for Asuka? Get with the fucking program. I don't know what more to tell you people. Alexa Bliss, she's not in a good mood. When is she ever? She said that she sent Mickie James back to the old homes, or the old folks' home, last night at TLC. She put on the performance of her career. If that was the performance of your career, I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry. It was not that impressive. It did not get the crowd reaction that she thinks she deserves. Finn Balor and AJ Styles stood in the ring and stared at each other for 10 minutes, and the fans thought that was awesome. Well, honey, you ain't AJ Styles or Finn Balor. Sorry to tell you. Therefore, she's going to say a chant, and the sheep here, she says, are going to repeat it back to her. The chant is, you deserve it. But Mickie James comes out and pretty much did a huge, devastating DDT on the Women's Championship to Alexa Bliss. It looks like we are getting some sort of continuation here with Mickie and Alexa going on into Survivor Series before Alexa meets Natalya one-on-one. Bayley and Sasha Banks are in Kurt Angle's office. He says that there needs to be a captain for the Raw Women's Survivor Series team. Alicia Fox comes in and wants to play rock, paper, scissors for the captain spot. Angle thinks a triple threat match might be better. Does anybody have a triple threat match counter? How many triple threat matches have we seen on Monday Night Raw alone this year? You know, enough is enough already. And to captain a Monday Night Raw team, what is this team in victory going to achieve? What are you captaining? Captaining. You're not being... The captain of Raw is like being the fucking store manager of McDonald's. Who cares? It means nothing. People trying to make a big deal about being a team captain. Now we got to fight over who's going to be the team captain. Why don't you just pick somebody? You know? Now, there was rumors going around that if Alexa was... Or there was rumors going around that it was going to be Sasha or Bayley. At that point, we didn't know that Alexa was going to be in her own match. If Alexa was on this Raw women's team, the champion should automatically be the captain. So I was waiting to go off on that aspect if Alexa wasn't the captain, you know? So, we're going to have a triple threat match to find out who is leading a meaningless match at Survivor Series. Jason Jordan versus Elias. Jason Jordan lost his spot on Supermarket Sweep. He did not come out with any vegetables or produce on this evening. Elias continues to be one of the most entertaining parts of Monday Night Raw. The guy gets legit heat. He is genuinely entertaining. And he knows how to push the buttons, the right buttons of a crowd to just get them to just hurl hate at him. It's great. It's absolutely fantastic. But I want to know why, WWE. Why would you take one of the worst matches from TLC and think we want to see it again on Monday Night Raw? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that one out. Jason Jordan is a charisma vacuum. Whoever thinks this guy deserves a match at WrestleMania with Kurt Angle, you are a fucking clueless idiot. This guy sucks. Jason Jordan, I'm not saying that he sucks in the ring. The guy's fucking talented. I'll give him that. But this guy is dead to rights on Monday Night Raw. That's what you get for breaking up American Alpha when American Alpha did not even reach or come close to reaching their apex on SmackDown Live. Vince McMahon loves to break up tag teams. Another tag team ruined and another failed experiment right before his eyes. Jason Jordan. Elias got himself DQ'd. That's exactly what I would have did because Jason Jordan sucks. Took the guitar that was on the outside by the timekeeper's area and shot him right with the guitar in the arm, breaking the guitar over his shoulder. Good for you, Elias. Number 1 hit right to the top of the charts. Achy breaky heart. Jordan leaves with a huge welt on his arm. Good for him. Good for him. This is where things got really, really, really interesting. And I laughed and I smiled and I had a grin on my face for the first time all day. Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar are here to respond to Jinder Mahal. And what Paul Heyman said, it's as if he was watching off the script for the last couple of weeks. It's as if Paul Heyman asked JD to help him write this beautiful promo. Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar respond to Jinder Mahal's promo from SmackDown Live last week.
You know what's funny? The way you all react to the manner in which I introduce my client, Brock Lesnar. Because someone has a problem with the word undisputed. Someone wants to dispute the fact that Brock Lesnar is the champion in World Wrestling Entertainment. This same someone who's over on SmackDown Live has barely survived the title challenge of Randy Orton. This same someone has barely survived the title challenge of Shinsuke Nakamura. This same someone is now sitting up at night, plotting and planning, trying to figure out how to barely survive the potential title challenge of AJ Styles. Meanwhile, right over here on the flagship Monday Night Raw, Brock Lesnar has eaten through the single most stacked heavyweight division in the history of WWE. That fact is undisputed. But you, Jinder Mahal, the make-believe
Brock Lesnar just fucking laughing and jumping down, man.
Standing behind you.
Brock Lesnar's got a smile on his face, dude.
Of introducing you? Are you kidding me? You're not Brock Lesnar's equal. You're not Brock Lesnar's contemporary. You're not Brock Lesnar's counterpart on SmackDown Live. You're not even a worthy pretender to the throne of being WWE champion. When we think of WWE champions, we think of Bruno Sammartino, Hulk Hogan, Macho Man Randy Savage, Ric Flair, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, John Cena, and ladies and gentlemen, my client, Brock Lesnar.
Just want to throw this out there. Fan-fucking-tastic. He did not mention in either situation Roman Reigns. He did not mention Roman Reigns as world champion. He did not mention Roman Reigns as guys that he said he put over as opponents to Brock Lesnar. There's a reason for that. I'm sure you guys know what that reason is.
We don't think of Jinder Mahal. Consolation prize champion offered to SmackDown
Jinder Mahal.
When Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan realized they got the shaft in the superstar shakeup. The brand that brags Brock Lesnar is the flagship brand with the #1 champion, the place to be in World Wrestling Entertainment. That's undisputed. And because Jinder Mahal disputes that fact, Jinder Mahal, at Survivor Series, you're going to Suplex City. even worse news for Jinder Mahal.
Oh my goodness,
because that's where your night only begins. Because the last time a SmackDown superstar stepped into this ring to fight the Beast, Brock Lesnar,
I would
they
love
had to stop the match.
see that.
Everyone was in shock. The locker room was in an uproar, even the Monday Night Raw locker room. Why? Because on that night, my client, Brock Lesnar, violated every single rule, regulation, moral, ethic, parameter, and boundary of the PG era. So, Jinder Mahal, your challenge is hereby accepted. Your challenge is hereby accepted by the undisputed Beast. Your challenge is accepted by the undisputed Conqueror. Your challenge is accepted by the undisputed #1 champion in WWE. Your challenge is accepted by the reigning, defending, undisputed Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar!
Man, that was absolutely fantastic, man. Paul Heyman said everything that I have been uttering for months. Outside of the Great Khali in WWE history, Jinder Mahal is the worst WWE champion of all time. There is no way on this planet anybody with a brain will think he is as legit as Brock Lesnar. He is going to look like a sore thumb in that match, sticking out, wrong place, wrong time. He's going to look out of place. He's going to look like a fucking cracked egg in a whole carton full of beautifully fucking perfect eggs just sitting there. Guy is a fucking loser. He sucks. He's not world champion material. He sucks in the ring. His gimmick is garbage. He's been seemingly built up from nothing and remains a nothing on SmackDown Live. The guy cannot even bring fucking Shinsuke Nakamura to have a good match. The guy had a fucking terrible feud with Randy Orton. The guy wins the same match every single time by the same way. He is not legit, and I hope WWE does not book Brock Lesnar in any way but a dominating victory at Survivor Series. But this is where things become a little bizarre. When I do my preview and predictions video for the Survivor Series, I am not actually going with Brock Lesnar to win this match. I'm actually going with Jinder Mahal to win this match because I have a really, really, really fucked up feeling that WWE is going to book Jinder Mahal to win in a screw job fashion over Brock Lesnar because, A, I think Jinder Mahal is going to go into WrestleMania as WWE champion. I think he's going to lose to John Cena, as that's been reported by a lot of different sources this week. And B, WWE is touring India 2 weeks after Survivor Series. So I think WWE will, and I think they will have the fucking balls to book Jinder Mahal over a victory in a match with Brock Lesnar. Just so that he looks good in India. Jinder Mahal should no way be close to a victory. Realistically, the guy should be destroyed in fucking 45 seconds, if not less. Brock Lesnar should use the Cringe Brothers, whatever the fuck their names are, as toothpicks to clean his teeth after he's done with Mahal. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. I can even envision Jinder Mahal getting the coloss on Brock Lesnar. It's ridiculous. Paul Heyman said everything that I've been saying, and he said everything, that I wanted to say again tonight. He said it beautifully. Paul Heyman's promo was absolutely a truth bomb of epic, volcanic proportions, and I could not agree with him anymore. It was a thing of beauty. Brock Lesnar and Jinder Mahal, or Jinder Mahal, booked for Survivor Series. Finishing up this review, Bayley versus Sasha Banks versus Alicia Fox. If you have a problem in WWE If you are upset with your current standing or current positioning in WWE, go on a podcast, make your case, state your grievances, and then, one day you might be lucky to lead your division squad in a Survivor Series match as captain, and that's exactly what WWE is doing here. Alicia Fox defeated Bayley and Sasha Banks in a triple threat match to become the women's captain for Team Raw at Survivor Series. Bayley is fighting off Banks, walks into a Bayley to belly from Fox, only to get caught into a Banks statement, does she. That's broken up as well, so Fox throws them into each other and then pins Bayley as Bayley's head knocked into Sasha Banks. Bayley falls back, Fox covers Bayley, 1, 2, 3, and that was it. Alicia Fox is the Raw Women's Captain for Team Raw at Survivor Series. This is all being done out of pity for Alicia Fox. Alicia Fox's gimmick is terrible. Alicia Fox and her annoying acting is god-awful. Alicia Fox does not in any way, shape, or form deserve to be a captain on Survivor Series. I'm actually seeing people on Twitter say that they like this move, that it's unpredictable, it adds a new, different element to it. It doesn't add anything in my eyes. It's out of sheer desperation and pity that she's there in the first place. WWE had this woman on their roster for 10 fucking years. Now all of a sudden you want to start using her and putting her in prime positions on Monday Night Raw? Seems a little fishy, don't you think? Come on, bro. Alicia Fox captaining a team with Bayley and Sasha Banks? My God, how they wish they're probably down in NXT for War Games. Jesus fucking Christ. Alicia Fox managing a team with Asuka on it. Just ponder that for a second. Hopefully she's the first one eliminated. Lucha. Got a 10-man tag. Kalisto, Rich Swann, Cedric Alexander, Mustafa Ali, and Gran Metalik versus Enzo Amore, Tony Nese, Drew Gulak, Noam Dar, and Arya Davari. Isn't Survivor Series 4 weeks away? You need matches for Survivor Series, right? More than likely, this is the teams that I would have set up for Survivor Series elimination at Survivor Series. Why is this match taking place on Monday Night Raw? Did anybody stop to think about that or question that logic? No, but that one probably went over your head too, right? Fuck out of here, man. No reason for this match to even take place on Monday Night Raw with Survivor Series being 4 weeks away. The best thing about this match was Drew Gulak, before the before the match actually, he was reading off Enzo's list, going through Enzo's catchphrase little by little in a very Damien Sandow-esque way. Now, I don't watch 205 Live, but what I seen from Drew Gulak was absolutely fucking hilarious, and it was entertaining. Now, he reminded me of a young Damien Sandow without the robe and without the epic beard, but Drew Gulak has got some entertaining aspects to him, man. I didn't know he was that funny. But it might have just been funny because he was reading off Enzo's shtick on a cardboard bulletin board. So it was, or clipboard. So it was pretty funny. It was hilarious. We got Lucha. Team Lucha wins over what they are calling the Zoe Train on Monday Night Raw. Salida del Sol to Enzo Amore. Kalisto is cashing in his rematch clause on 205 Live. And that is Monday Night Raw, man. I hope I hit all the points. I know I probably missed one or two things, but it's late. It's 12:30. That's your Monday Night Raw review. I wanted to get it out to you guys. I've been spitting a lot of venom on Twitter today, and I wanted to get you guys a Monday Night Raw review you guys can lay down to and fall asleep to. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hit that thumbs up. Thank you so much. Follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206 and hit that subscribe button down below and turn on that bell for all notifications, man. I am JD. Thank you guys so much. Check out the videos, man. The TLC review, and we got the day after TLC, just going over everything, man. It's the day after TLC 2017, or things that we learned from TLC 2017. I will be live streaming tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m. WWE 2K18 Career Mode resumes. Mr. 9 to 5, first pay-per-view at the Elimination Chamber, and the final match of a best-of-5 series with Dolph Ziggler. Another thing about tonight, Dolph Ziggler, right? Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode feuding on SmackDown Live. All of a sudden, they're standing toe-to-toe, beating up Raw superstars. Another thing I noticed backstage during this entire siege from SmackDown Live. Just little things that I noticed that don't make sense, that just kind of throws everything out of whack. It's illogical. It's stupid. It's stupid. It just throws everything and makes everything just look fucking so stupid. So I hope you guys noticed all that, and I hope I hit all the top points on Monday Night Raw. Let me know what you think down below. Hit that thumbs up, and I will see you guys for the live stream for WWE 2K18 tomorrow afternoon. And then, as always, SmackDown Live tomorrow night on the USA Network. I'm JD. Have a great night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the live stream of 2K18.